Yo, what is going on guys? It is AJ Bants here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to fit a power supply unit inside your PC. If you want to see how to take one out, then there'll be a card up here or here on either one of these sides on one of my videos where I show you how to take the power supply unit out. But in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to put the power supply unit in and hook it up to make sure that it's working 100%. This is a brand new one that just came in the post from Corsair. So let's jump straight into it. Okay, we've got this unboxed. Here we have the power supply unit and of course the power cable we're going to need to actually power this thing. And if you're not good with PCs and this looks a bit scary to you because of all the wires, don't worry, it's actually really easy. Just make sure you follow this video step by step and you should be able to install this absolutely no problem at all. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to start off by doing is just taking off both the front and the back panel. Right now we're just taking off the front one. And we're going to turn the computer around and I'm going to take the back one off as well. Okay, now here we are at the back of the PC. The panel has been taken off, and all you're going to want to do to start things off with is get your power supply unit, and this empty section down here at the bottom of the PC is where we're going to be putting it. Obviously this bit is going to be facing outwards, so it's facing out here because that is where your power plug is going to plug into. So yeah, first thing you want to do is just get that in there, just like that. It should just slide in, and then we're going to get the screws that it comes with and screw those in, but don't screw them in too tight because you're going to want some wiggle room in case you need to adjust things. Okay, I've just moved the camera so you guys can see a bit better. Here we have the power supply unit box in there, and now you just want to line it up so that the holes on the power supply unit, the screw holes, match up with the holes on your PC. So we've got those lined up. Alright, there we go. I've got those on. Haven't screwed them in too tight, and that is step one of getting the power supply unit installed. Now you've got it in the position you want it in, we're going to get these cables plugged into all the places they need to be. Okay, we're going to start off by connecting the two main wires, which is this one. You'll obviously be able to tell which one it is because it's got a load of wires running through it. And then the second one is this one, which is the CPU wire. A very important wire. Make sure you've got this connected up properly. Now this one very simply just pushes through there for now, and then we're going to go turn the computer around in a second. I'll show you guys exactly where you need to put it. And then you want to get your CPU wire, and it's going to push through this little gap in your PC up here, or I mean wherever your PC is. I mean your PC might not be laid out exactly the same as ours, but you're going to want to push it through, which is a little bit fiddly. The CPU wire is quite an annoying thing to connect. It's not necessarily hard, it's just that because it's in such a small place, it's a bit hard to get to sometimes. But there you go, we got that through now. I'm going to go ahead and turn the PC round so I can show you guys where to connect it to on the other side. Alright, we'll start with the first one, which is a really easy wire to connect. You just need to pull it round, it will curve. Just make sure that these arches line up with these ones and just plug it in like that. And there you go, that is the second step of setting up the PSU. So now we're going to do the annoying wire, which is the CPU wire. This thing is fiddly as hell to get in. Okay, so here we are, we're zoomed in, and the CPU plug needs to go into this little bit here in the top of your PC. Here we have the actual wire that I've just fed through, if I can get my hands on it. Alright, we got it through. So here we have the CPU wire, and pretty much all you need to do is bend it backwards. I can't really show you because my hand's in the way, but you want to plug it into there pretty much, and try your best not to bend the pins inside because that is not going to be good news for you. So whilst this is really frustrating to do, try not to lose your temper and end up breaking your whole PC. Alright, I'm literally sweating having to get that cable in, but there you go. It's plugged in now. I'm going to turn the PC back around. That's all you need to do on the front end of it, is that CPU wire and this wire with all these additional wires inside of it. Right, so here we are at the back of the PC again, and there's a few more cables that you need to hook up. Your ones might be different to the ones I've got, but even if they are, just follow it step by step. The only difference is going to be your connectors look different, but they should be in the same place. So our ones have SATA cables, which are the ones that look like this, and they connect to these things here. So here's the first one we're going to plug in. They hook up really easily just like that. So just a closer look at this connection. Here we have the two SATA cables connected together now. And then we also have another pair of SATA cables that we're going to connect to down here. Okay, I just pull this out of the way. Inside this little box area down here, you will find another SATA cable. And then also on this thing here, this is also a connector which we need to plug into. And basically, in case you don't know, these things like SATA cables and stuff like that, these are all for like powering your fans and other like accessories you have inside your PC, your LEDs and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and plug this into this, and boom, just like that. They connect really easily, and that's that one out of the way. And now this one, like I said, is going to plug in to this thing here. And that is in. That's it. That's all the cables. These are just excess cables if you have extra SATA stuff inside your PC that you want to hook up and power through your power supply unit. If not, then you can just stuff them away. There is still plenty of space under here, so we're just going to go ahead and stuff the rest of the cables inside there because we do not need them. Next thing we're going to do is just cable tie these all up so it's a bit neater. And that is it. The power supply unit is hooked up. There we go, we've got the power supply unit all hooked up. I've zip tied it, I've cut the ends off so it looks a bit neater. And now it is the moment of truth. This is probably something I should tell you guys what to do. Don't zip tie it before you've tested it out. I realised when I was like halfway through and I thought I might as well just finish zip tying it now that I've already started. But definitely test out if you actually turned your computer on before you start tying up all these cables. Alright, here we go, it's the moment of truth. Let's turn this on and see if it's working. I mean, that's already a good sign. The LEDs on the motherboard have come on. Let's actually power it on and make sure it's keeping its power. I think we've done it, boys. There you go. Computer's turned on completely fine. It doesn't keep on turning itself off. If you watched the video where I was taking it out, that's the reason why I'm changing the power supply unit in this computer. And it's just beeping like that because it got turned off by the mains. But yeah, that's the reason why I changed the power supply unit on this computer. The one that we had in it before was faulty, and every time you turn it on, it will completely turn itself off, and then it'll get stuck in this infinite loop of going on and off and on and off. But this one's working good. The computer stayed on for more than 5 seconds, which it wasn't doing before. So success. And just like that, the PC is back up and running. The power supply unit replacement has been successful. And if you follow this guide step by step, your one should be running too. If you're just building your first PC or you're just replacing the power supply unit on your old PC, I hope you did find this video helpful. And if you did, then don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications because I upload content just like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.